Howdy, I'm Bill Gray. I've been a motorcyclist since 1958. I'm a Charter Life member of the American Motorcyclists Association, and I've been a member of the J&P family for over 20 years now. We're going to take a few moments and we're going to talk to you about motorcycle apparel. The purpose of motorcycle apparel is really twofold. One, you want to be comfortable. That means warm in cold weather, that means cool in hot weather. But the other, and perhaps an even more important function of motorcycle apparel, is the safety aspect. The truth is, things happen on a motorcycle, and when they do, the apparel is what's between you and the ground. So we'll cover our apparel from both those points of view. Let's talk about gloves. We offer a wide variety of gloves at J&P Cycle, and gloves are seasonal in nature. We have a really great line of what I call summer gloves. This particular glove is the River Road Monterey. It's lightweight, it's all leather, it's vented. It has a short cuff, and you'll see it has additional protection. This is a safety aspect on the back of the knuckles and on the palms. In the summertime, you want a lightweight glove, and preferably you want one that's vented. Keep your hands cool. On the other hand, keep them safe. When the weather turns a little colder, you want to go to a heavier glove. Again, we don't want to give up the protection. We don't want to give up any of the safety features of the glove, but two things become more important to you when the weather turns cold. Not only the insulation, which the manufacturer provides, but when at all possible, you want to get a waterproof glove. A wet glove in the summertime can actually be more comfortable than a dry one. But a wet glove in the wintertime, that's a recipe for disaster. That's when all sorts of bad things begin to happen. This particular glove is also a River Road, and we call it the Tails. It has a Thinsulate lining. This is a lining which keeps the heat in, keeps the water out. You'll also notice that the forefinger has a windshield wiper, which will wipe water from the shield, just very much the way you would if you had a windshield wiper. And for those of you who ride in severe conditions, and many of our customers do, we have found our electric apparel to be very, very popular. And this again is a product that is produced by First Gear. It is an electric glove. You can order the wiring harness which plugs into the bike. You can simply unplug the glove when you get on and off the motorcycle. It comes with a thermostat. And like I say, if you ride in weather, anything 40 degrees or below, I strongly urge you to consider a set of electrically heated gloves. All right, that takes us to jackets. And the first jacket I have here, I brought out just as a very good example of things you want to look for in a jacket. Apparel today comes in a variety of materials. Traditionally, leather was our choice. I got my first motorcycle in 1958 by selling magazine subscriptions to Look, Life, Collier, Saturday Evening Post. The gift that came with my motorcycle was a gift from my mother, and it was a leather jacket. And it provided both the safety and the comfort that she wanted me to have. This particular jacket is made of leather, and something you want to look for in a motorcycle jacket where you can is to get a jacket that's vented. This has two vents which you can open in the front, two corresponding vents that you open in the rear. This allows air to pass through the jacket, and in everything but extreme conditions, you'll probably find yourself using those vents. Obviously, when it's close enough, you'll close the zipper up. Here's another very important feature you need to be aware of, depending upon your motorcycle and your riding style. This particular jacket has a long cut panel at the rear. We used to refer to these as Beaver Tails at one time. And if you ride a sport bike or any motorcycle, a traditional style motorcycle, where you're leaning forward, many Sportsters fall into that application, what this does is protect your lower back. It extends downward to cover that gap that a traditional jacket would leave. Now, If you ride a touring bike or a cruiser, you want just the opposite of this. You do not want the extended back, simply because in a cruiser situation, when you sit on this, it's going to try to lift the jacket. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. So keep that in mind. The style of the jacket, this is often referred to as cafe, simply because cafe riders tend to ride in the forward position. This is a new line we've added this year, and I got to tell you, this has been an incredible find for us. This is where fashion and utility meet. This is the Roland Sans Ronin jacket. It's done in a brown leather. It has terrific pockets. It has the shaped arm. For a motorcycle, something very important. No matter whether it's a cruiser or a sport bike, you're always reaching. Your arms are always extended. Motorcycle apparel compensates for that by often preforming the arms and adding an extra inch or two to the length of the sleeve to prevent it from coming up and exposing your wrist. Like I say, this is where style meets function. It has the vented panel underneath the arm. It has the zippered cuff. It has the additional padding on the elbow. Many of our jackets, and it will tell you in our catalog or on our website, whether the jacket contains body armor. Now that's the ultimate in safety. If you're riding on the edge, this is the type of thing, elbow pads, shoulder and back pads. These are things that are extremely important if you're an aggressive rider and you're putting the motorcycle into a situation in which most riders don't go. And finally, rain suits. Rain suits fall into two categories. The kind of rain suits you buy in a short-term application, or a very lightweight rain suit that you might want to use in the summertime. And then there's the more durable rain suit, the rain suit that you buy, you use for 5, 6, 8, 10 years. One of the rain suits that's extremely popular today is our Dry Ducks Dura rain suit. If this looks familiar, it's made by our friends at Frog Togs, made of the same material. It's absolutely one of the lightest rain suits available. And one of the things that you'll discover because of the materials they've selected is that when you fold this back up to place in your motorcycle, it folds into a very tight, compact package. Does not take up a lot of space. Okay? Now, in the realm of the more durable rain suits, a rain suit that's made to last for years and years and years, I'd like to show you the J&P Cycle Ultimate Two-Piece Rain Suit. When this suit was designed, they took every single construction detail to the next level. You'll find all of the seams. Every seam in this jacket is double stitched. You'll find that there are boot guards built into the leg. You'll find there are straps which prevent the leg from coming up into the wind. You'll find that there are pockets on both sides of the pant, okay, which allows you to store stuff and believe it or not, keep it fairly dry. Very important is that the closure, when this is opened, it will slip over even the largest of boots. So it's a very easy rain suit to get into if you're standing beside the road underneath an interstate overpass, you know, trying to gear up. On the other hand, when that's closed and wrapped around, it becomes a very form-fitting suit. Doesn't blouse up, fill up with air. The jacket, probably the best constructed rain jacket I've ever owned. You know, the most vulnerable you will ever be on a motorcycle is when you're riding at night in the rain. And our design engineers took this into consideration when they put reflective tape all over this suit. You want to be seen. You want people to know that you're there. If you look in the back, you'll see this is vented, the entire jacket. This allows heat to escape from beneath the rain suit without water getting in. You'll notice that you have these snaps on the side, which allow you to take up at least 2 full inches of the bulk of the coat, making it much more form-fitting. The jackets have dual cuffs, a cuff within a cuff. This is an extremely important feature, particularly for riding in the wintertime when you want to keep water out of the glove and out of the suit. And finally, the closure. This raincoat comes with a wind flap, which at high speeds in high winds prevent air from passing through the zipper and water as well. And finally on the inside, you see that this jacket is lined with a lining that keeps perspiration, allows perspiration and heat to vent from the jacket. This is the J&P Cycle Ultimate 2-Piece Rain Suit. To learn more about it, we suggest you go to www.jpcycles.com. Come to our website, call one of our techs. We are the place to shop for apparel and rain gear. This is Bill Gray, and I'll see you in the next segment.